Welcome back to another opportunity to learn, grow, and evolve, not just on your own, but part of an entire community of people who are doing these same things for themselves to have that higher quality of life. And so today's message is about utilizing and unleashing that personal power that exists within all of us, that strong personal power that exists within all of us, and to experience that happiness, that peace, and that clarity from the inside out, rather than looking into our external environments for that happiness, that peace, and that clarity. And so today's message is for those of you who are on anxiety medications or are looking to get off those anxiety medications like Zoloft, Sertraline, Prozac, and any of those other SSRIs. If you don't know me already, my name is Marcello. I was on Zoloft for about 2 years, and I wanted to get off from the moment that I went on. And so a lot of the tools that we're talking about in this video and the other ones that I talk about on my channel, all were utilized, or were learned later, utilized to get myself to that point where I was healing my internal environment so that I had a better external environment, instead of trying to change my external environment so that I would feel better. That is self-sovereignty, personal freedom, and just self-autonomy. And it feels extremely good to operate from there. And so today I will dive right into the 3 pillars that were a big piece of my life while I was on that medication a few years back. So the first pillar is in itself medication. Medication for anxiety can be an extremely powerful tool when we are really caught up in the thick of anxiety. It can take the pressure off the top so that we have clarity and bandwidth to go about our work, our leisurely activities, enjoy conversations, have fun, etc. But where that medication falls short is it doesn't go after the core, it doesn't go after the roots of what's causing us anxiety in the first place. And so when we get off of that medication, it's very easy, and oftentimes that anxiety will come back because we didn't go after the core. And so that's where it's really important to have our second and third pillar and to do these in tandem with each other. So the second pillar is practicing self-awareness tools or practices, breeding self-awareness. So a couple of those tools: meditation, yoga, which is like a physical meditation, journaling, cognitive behavioral therapy, and the list goes on. You could do a quick search just to look at how many self-awareness practices really exist out there. And what these self-awareness practices do is they go after the roots. They help us become aware of the roots of what's causing our external environment to be as it is, what's causing the anxiety to happen, to be there. It helps us become aware of those negative thought patterns, those negative core beliefs, those habits that are not serving us anymore. And once we become aware of these things, we could take them, rip them out, throw them away, and replace them with new things that are actually serving us, that are creating peace and clarity within us, and in turn making our external experience much better, having that higher quality life, healing from the inside out. And that is where the third pillar comes into play. Therapy or coaching, depending on where you're at with your anxiety. Therapy is a little bit deeper, whereas coaching is a little bit more forward thinking, a little bit lighter. And so what these 2 professional environments do is, number 1, they create a safe container, a safe space to speak about the things that you need to vent and express and heal, so that your professional support system can provide an outside macro perspective and give you insights as to what you're experiencing and how to move through it. And that's the third piece that this third pillar supplies, is helping you acquire the tools that you need to really take out that outdated conditioning and bring in the new. And number 4, it's just somebody who helps you feel supported, who helps keep you accountable. And that relationship, for me at least, has been extremely profound and has helped me feel not so alone through this journey, which loneliness can come up as we go through this self-healing journey. And that's why having a support system, a professional support system, can be really, really beneficial. And those are the 3 pillars that have really helped me transform. And so after doing these things for an amount of time, you're going to experience more and more clarity, and you're going to become more autonomous because of those tools that you have acquired within yourself. So you can move through challenges and adversities and anxieties without having to be reliant upon maybe the medication. And if it is your goal to get off medication, once you get to this place where you're starting to feel more self-autonomous based on taking out the old and bringing in these new tools and habits and new lifestyle, you can actually wean off and get off that medication. And this is what I did. I tried to get off my medication after a year of being on it. I didn't succeed. Unfortunately, I went back on. And then a year later, so 2 years total, I tried again and I was able to get off, and I have not been on since. And that was back in 2016. And so this environment, these tools can really help us again to create that power within ourselves, to live in our own personal power. And that is extremely, extremely powerful and a nice place to live. That's personal freedom. That is creating this beautiful internal environment, which in turn creates a beautiful external environment, because it all starts here and here. That's it. And so if you guys find this video helpful, not only do I have tools and other videos on my channel, but feel free to drop questions down below so that we can have conversations on these things to better understand them, utilize them, and actually implement them in our lives. Otherwise, if you think somebody else can benefit from this video, please share it with them, because it allows us to get this message out to more people and build that community of people that we are learning, growing, and evolving with. And so I will look forward to seeing you in those next videos or in the comments down below. In the meantime, let's continue to learn, grow, and evolve together, and I'll see you in the next video. Much love.